Hi, my name is Aline, and I'm going to be talking about cultural aspects in court interpreting, and that's a very difficult topic to talk about because each interpreter has its own point of view of the subject. So I'm gonna try to explain what is my point of view. For an interpreter in court, we swear not to change or not to omit and add any parts of the speech. We need to translate as accurate as possible. Even if the person is swearing, saying bad words, or being rude, we need to translate all that. And we also need to know about cultural differences because each language has its own culture, and not only we encounter differences in one language to another. There are cultural differences according to age, according to social economics, and according to region. So we need to know those differences in order to do a good translation. We also need to interpret not only the words that has been said, but we also need to translate the body language and all the signs that the person is making, because it's very important to the judge to be able to see the body language and the signs, so he can determine whether if the person is lying or not. And the signs can also be different from one language to another. Each sign might mean a different thing in one language and another thing in the other language. So we need to know those differences so we don't make any mistakes, because that mistakes can lead to misjudge and can interfere in the case, which is not good for any parts. Also, if we don't understand aspects of the speech, whether it's the cultural or whether it's the word, or whether if we don't hear the words correctly, we can ask the judge to get an explanation for that, but we should keep the interrupting to the minimum. We should not keep interrupting all the time to ask for explanations or to ask to repeat if we don't hear. So it's important to keep those interrupting to the minimum, because if we keep on interrupting, that's gonna look bad for us as interpreters. The judge is gonna think that we are not capacitated, that we are not able to do the job, that we don't have the right knowledge for that job. So that's not good for our reputation. So we can interrupt only if we know that without that explanation, it's not possible to do an accurate translation. So that's why we need to keep that to the minimum, and we need to know a lot about the both language that we are working on it, so interruptions will not happen frequently. So that's how I think we need to deal with the cross-cultural interpretation. I think the most important thing is to have the knowledge, to know all the differences that is going to be possible in a courtroom.